Hello, my fellow food lovers. Today we're embarking on a culinary adventure to India, crafting a dish that's captured hearts worldwide. Butter chicken. Imagine tender, succulent chicken enveloped in a luxuriously creamy tomato sauce, bursting with aromatic spices. It's a symphony of flavors that's both comforting and exotic. The beauty of butter chicken lies not just in its taste, but also in its approachability. Don't be intimidated by the exotic flavors. This recipe is surprisingly easy to master. With a little patience and a dash of love, you'll be serving up restaurant-quality butter chicken in your own kitchen. So, tie on your aprons and let's embark on this delicious journey together. Get ready to impress your family and friends with a taste of India that will leave them wanting more. Trust me, once you try this recipe, butter chicken will become a beloved staple in your culinary repertoire. Before we dive into the cooking, let's gather our culinary crew, the ingredients that form the backbone of our butter chicken. Each element plays a crucial role in building the layers of flavor. Don't worry, most of these are probably already familiar faces in your pantry. For the chicken marinade, we start with boneless, skinless chicken thighs, about 1.5 pounds cut into bite-sized pieces. Chicken thighs stay juicy and flavorful even after cooking. They are perfect for absorbing all the rich flavors of the marinade, plain yogurt. Its tanginess helps tenderize the chicken, making it succulent and tender. Lemon juice, a splash of brightness to cut through the richness. It adds a zesty kick that balances the flavors. Ginger garlic paste, the base of our flavor profile. This combination is essential in Indian cooking for its aromatic and pungent qualities. Ground cumin, earthy and warm, a staple in Indian cooking. It adds depth and a slightly nutty flavor. Ground coriander, a citrusy, slightly sweet counterpart to cumin. It brings a fresh, lemony flavor to the dish. Turmeric powder adds a vibrant golden hue and a subtle, earthy flavor. It's not just for color. It has a mild, peppery taste. Red chili powder. Adjust to your spice preference. It provides the heat and a beautiful red color. Salt to taste, of course. It enhances all the other flavors. For the butter sauce, we need butter. Oh yes, butter. It lends its name and richness to the dish. The creamy, smooth texture is essential. Onion finely chopped, the base of our flavorful sauce. Onions add sweetness and depth when caramelized. Tomatoes pureed adds sweetness and body to the sauce. They provide a rich, tangy base. Heavy cream creates the luxurious, velvety texture. It makes the sauce rich and indulgent. Kasuri methi, dried fenugreek leaves, a unique, slightly bitter note that adds complexity. It's a signature flavor in butter chicken. Garam masala, a blend of warm spices for that final flourish. It's the finishing touch that ties all the flavors together. Fresh cilantro, chopped for a pop of color and freshness. It adds a bright, herbaceous note. Don't be afraid to adjust the spices to your liking. After all, the best recipes are the ones you make your own. Experiment and find your perfect balance. Now let's talk about the heart of flavor in Indian cooking, the marinade. Marinating the chicken is crucial for infusing it with incredible taste and ensuring it stays tender throughout the cooking process. In a large bowl, combine the yogurt, lemon juice, ginger garlic paste, cumin powder, coriander powder, turmeric powder, red chili powder and salt. Mix well to create a vibrant, fragrant marinade. Add the chicken pieces to the marinade, ensuring each piece is generously coated. Cover the bowl and let it rest in the refrigerator for at least 30 minutes, or even better, overnight. The longer the chicken marinates, the more flavorful and tender it will become. This is a great time to prep the rest of your ingredients. Chop the onion, puree the tomatoes, and measure out your spices. With our chicken beautifully marinated, it's time to cook it to perfection. We'll be using a skillet for this, but you can also use a large frying pan. Heat a tablespoon of oil in your skillet over medium heat. Once the oil is hot, add the marinated chicken pieces, ensuring not to overcrowd the pan. Cook the chicken in batches, allowing each piece to brown evenly on all sides. This should take about 6 to 8 minutes per batch. Remember, we're not fully cooking the chicken at this stage, just giving it a lovely sear to seal in the juices. Once all the chicken is browned, remove it from the skillet and set it aside. We'll be adding it back to the sauce later. Now let's move on to the star of the show, the butter sauce. Section 5. crafting the velvety butter sauce. In the same skillet you used for the chicken, melt the butter over medium heat. The butter should start to bubble and sizzle, creating a rich base for our sauce. Add the chopped onions and sauté them until they turn a lovely golden brown, about 5 to 7 minutes. This step is crucial as it builds the foundation of our sauce's flavor. Now, it's time to build the layers of flavor. Each spice will add its own unique touch to the sauce. Add the ginger garlic paste to the onions and sauté for another minute until fragrant. The aroma should be irresistible at this point. Then add the pureed tomatoes and cook for about 5 to 7 minutes, stirring occasionally, until the tomatoes have reduced and the oil starts to separate from the sauce. This step ensures a deep, concentrated flavor. Add the ground cumin, coriander, turmeric and red chili powder to the tomato mixture. These spices will give the sauce its vibrant color and complex taste. Cook for another minute, stirring constantly to toast the spices and release their aromas. This toasting process is essential for unlocking the full potential of the spices. Pour in the heavy cream and stir well to combine. The cream will add a luxurious texture and mellow out the spices. Bring the sauce to a gentle simmer and cook for about 5 to 7 minutes, allowing it to thicken slightly. This simmering will meld all the flavors together beautifully. Now for the secret ingredient, kasuri methi. This dried fenugreek leaves will elevate the sauce to a whole new level. Crush the dried fenugreek leaves between your palms and sprinkle them into the sauce. This technique releases the essential oils and enhances the flavor. This will infuse the sauce with a unique aroma and slightly bitter note that balances out the richness. Stir well and let the sauce rest for a moment before serving. Section 6. The Grand Union Chicken Meat Sauce. Our sauce is ready and our chicken is patiently waiting. It's time for the Grand Union. Gently slide the browned chicken pieces into the creamy tomato sauce. Make sure the chicken is fully submerged in the sauce. Reduce the heat to low, cover the skillet, and let the chicken simmer in the sauce for about 15 to 20 minutes. This will allow the chicken to cook through completely and soak up all the delicious flavors of the sauce. While the chicken simmers, you can start preparing your side dishes. Basmati rice is a classic pairing for butter chicken, but feel free to get creative. Naan bread, roti, or even a simple green salad would be delicious accompaniments. Section 7. Garnishing the finishing touch. We're almost there. The chicken is tender, the sauce is luscious, and the aromas wafting from your kitchen are simply divine. Now let's add the finishing touch, a sprinkle of culinary magic that elevates our dish to new heights. Garnish the butter chicken with a generous sprinkle of chopped fresh cilantro. Not only does this add a burst of color, but it also provides a refreshing contrast to the rich flavors. For an extra touch of indulgence, you can also add a dollop of butter on top or a swirl of cream. Remember, presentation is key. Ladle your butter chicken into serving bowls and garnish each portion individually for a restaurant-quality touch. Section 8. Serving up your masterpiece. Congratulations, my friend, you've done it. You've created a culinary masterpiece, a butter chicken so flavorful and aromatic it would make any Indian restaurant proud. Now, it's time to enjoy the fruits of your labor. Serve your butter chicken immediately while it's hot and the flavors are at their peak. As mentioned earlier, basmati rice is the traditional accompaniment, but feel free to get creative with your sides. Naan bread, roti, or even a simple green salad would be delicious accompaniments. Gather your loved ones around the table, pour yourself a refreshing beverage, and savor the symphony of flavors in every bite. Section 9. Butter chicken beyond the basics. Now that you've mastered the art of making classic butter chicken, feel free to experiment and make it your own. The beauty of this dish lies in its versatility and the endless possibilities for customization. Here are a few ideas to get you started on your culinary adventure. Spice it up. If you like your food fiery, add more red chili powder or even a few chopped green chilies to the marinade or sauce. You can also experiment with other hot spices to find your perfect heat level. Veggie delight. Turn your butter chicken vegetarian by substituting the chicken with paneer, tofu, or even vegetables like cauliflower or potatoes. This not only makes it healthier, but also adds a unique twist to the traditional recipe. Creamy dreams. For an even richer sauce, stir in a spoonful of cream cheese or mascarpone cheese along with the heavy cream. This will elevate the dish to a whole new level of indulgence. Sweet and savory. Balance out the spices by adding a touch of sweetness to the sauce with a teaspoon of honey or sugar. The possibilities are endless. You can also try adding a bit of fruit puree for a unique flavor profile. Don't be afraid to get creative in the kitchen and adapt the recipe to your liking. The best dishes often come from a bit of experimentation and personal flair. Section 10. Embrace the joy of cooking. Cooking should be a joyful experience, a celebration of flavors and a way to connect with loved ones. So, put on some music, pour yourself a glass of wine, and enjoy the process of creating something delicious from scratch. Remember, the most important ingredient in any recipe is love. When you cook with love, it shows in every bite. Happy cooking, my friends!